Hi guys, Connor from BNC Reptiles here with Brian Barchek, one of the main reptile guys at the show here. He's one of the best breeders out there, and we're going to interview him for one of our videos tonight. So, first question for me is, what was one of your biggest accomplishments that helped you get to where you are today?
You know, it's always hard to say because there's so many things that lead you down that path. You know, certainly my biggest first break was breeding my own babies. I was like 17 years old. You know, they were going for good money. They were going for about $800 a baby. I produced 22 babies the one year, along with a bunch of heads, and that really helped me going, get going. So, 17 years old, and I probably made about $40,000 that year breeding Burmese pythons, and that was the money that I really needed to get my business going. But there's certainly been many breaks along the way, but that was probably the most significant one.
Thanks. Question 2, what type of snake would you recommend to a beginner breeder that is interested in breeding?
Well, I always say it depends on what you can get involved in. If you have a couple $100, then you should probably get into something like pastels or spiders or cinnamons or something like that. If you're able to have $500 to $1,000, you might want to get into lemon blast or bumblebees or something on that line. So if you're starting to breed ball pythons, it's really more about what you really want to get involved in, number one, and then the price range you have. So to each person, it's a completely different answer, but there's so many options out there.
Right. And if you want, you can actually, we're going to have more videos on ball pythons, because that's kind of what we're going to be specializing in this new series that we're starting. Question 4, what are some of your hobbies outside of reptiles?
My life is consumed with reptiles, so I don't do a whole lot outside reptiles. I love to watch movies. I'm a big movie buff. I go to the theater all the time. I have about DVD, so I'm really into it. And I play hockey. So I love to play hockey whenever I can, and watch movies. And then if I'm not doing those two things, I'm probably
what are some of your core sponsors that helped you get notified by people like his agent?
It's a really difficult thing. Sponsorship is something that usually comes with the more exposure you have. So you have to get exposure in order to get people to want to sponsor you. So it's a really tough game. But I've had a lot of help along the way, of course. But again, when you're trying to look for a particular TV deal, you usually have to get a production company that's interested in shopping the deal for you. And so I was really fortunate that we had a company named Half-Hour Productions that was able to sign us and really take us and spend all the energy that they spent trying to produce teasers and then ultimately pitch the network. So, but yeah, it's a tough thing because you've got to get interest in you before you get people. So it's a catch-22.
What do your kids like snakes, and if any other reptile? And if so, do they their favorites?
It's funny, my kids don't really get too much into the business, to be honest with you. I think that we, we're a family that grows together, and really my daughter would prefer not to be involved. My son is actually into reptiles, but he doesn't really want to work in the family business, but yeah, it's fun. But I can't really say what their favorite animals because I think that my daughter loves cats, my son loves dogs, I love reptiles, so that's how it kind of goes.
Can your job sometimes get stressful or maybe like hassle or anything?
Oh yeah, anything you do becomes to be a hassle or hard, so yeah, it can be, and it's not necessarily at any time of the year, it's kind of all the time, to be honest with you. So but you gotta hatch babies, breed babies, there's always something going on, and we get to in the collection, so there's never really any downtime, and that's why you have to just really love it tremendously, because if you love it that much, you have a hassle that goes along with it, the stress that goes along with it is really can be difficult, but you love it so much that you're going to get past that.
What are some of the highlights of your career up this year? Some of your best hatchlings?
It's so hard to say what the last 12 months has been. There's been a lot of ups and downs. I've hatched out some really cool animals that I've been really excited about, and then we've missed on some animals that I was really disappointed in. But overall, I think just being able to continue to do what I love to do, which is breed snakes for a living and travel around and meet everybody and sell snakes. I mean, that's really all that matters. So, that doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of really exciting projects, because there certainly is. And hopefully, I think 2012 in particular is shaping up to be maybe our best year ever. And so we're really excited about a lot of it's hard to narrow it down to just a few major accomplishments.
Who are the people that come together to make Snake Bytes, the Snake Bytes motion? And how difficult is it to run the show?
It was all really my brainchild. There wasn't anyone else really too terribly involved in the initial process. It takes a lot of people now. I mean, you have a guy that helps with production. We have a guy that's a camera guy. We have, an editor. Of course, we have the cast and crew. So it's a consortium of several people that are constantly doing it. But no doubt the majority of the days I mean, I come up with the majority of the ideas. I come up with the majority of the skits. It's a lot of, more work than most people can ever imagine. I probably put, somewhere between 30 and 50 hours a week for Snake Bytes on top of my, 70 or 80 hours of work over my snakes. So it's very, time consuming, but it's so rewarding. I really just love every part of it, and I can't imagine life without it.
Who gave the idea for the show? Since it kind of is.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it was an idea that just kind of came to mind while watching TV one day. I was watching American Chopper several, like 5 years ago, and I thought, gosh, our life is pretty interesting, breeding snakes and doing the things we do. And I thought, if these guys can have a show, we should be able to have a show. And then we initially thought, we would try to go down the TV area, but we ended up doing the internet for a long time, and it's been good. So it's been a great learning experience, and knowing what's behind trying to make good production like that.
Where would you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh gosh, I get asked that question a bit, and I have no idea. I know where I'd like to be, where I might be between two different things. There's so many variables when you work with live animals that you don't really know what's going to happen. Ideally, in 5 years from now, that I can still be doing what I love, which is working with snakes. The rest will all kind of work its way out. I don't know where that'll be. Hopefully, God willing, we'll have a successful TV show, and our production will be great, and our collection will grow, and our crew will be happy, and life will be good. But I can't ever think past out. Maybe it's a very, very
That was our 10th question, but I have a little bonus question for you. Is you get this question a lot, but what is the most frequent requested snake on the show?
Well, it's kind of funny, to be totally honest with you, probably the most requested animal on the show, and one that I haven't shown nearly enough, are boa constrictors. The boa community just loves to request boas, and they're great animals. I work with a bunch of boas. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't realize, but I probably have about 200 plus boa constrictors, so I just don't show them in the show nearly enough. And a lot of it is that I don't necessarily cutting-edge boa projects, so it's not super exciting what we have going on, but we have a lot of really nice animals. But boa people are probably the most vocal about wanting to see their animals. I need to start getting more boas into the show. Even here in filming, we were looking for boas, and there really wasn't that many boas out there. So
Well, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. Part 2 is going to be up soon with my friend's questions here for my other partner of the YouTube channel, and we're just going to get his words in it. And check out Snake Bytes TV on the YouTube channel. And coming up, he's going to have a TV show on the History Channel too. So look forward to that in April and May. So thanks for watching, guys.